Tell It to Trevor. It's a captivating podcast hosted by Trevor, featuring engaging conversations and intriguing stories. Join Trevor as he takes you on a journey through various topics and interviews, fascinating guests. Get ready to be entertained, informed, and inspired by the Tell It to Trevor podcast.
And Anderson Silva. Fun fact, they actually fought, by the way. This was like back 2019, 2020. And it's so awesome because like both their styles are very similar to one another. It's just that Izzy, he's like a 2.0 version of Anderson Silva. But Anderson Silva, he's still the GOAT in my opinion.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tell It to Trevor. My guest today is
Malik Bowman. What's going on?
Alright, if you guys don't know, me and Malik used to work together.
He used to work at Pepsi.
Pepsi. We're not ashamed to plug Pepsi. They treated us great for a bit.
Yeah, they did.
No hate on y'all. Just no sponsorship yet, but
yeah. Right.
You know where I live. You know my number. You know my email. Just make your connections. I'd love to plug some Mountain Dew. Or Celsius.
Especially Celsius. I know, I do like Celsius. I ain't gonna lie.
I am a man of Celsius. How many times a week do you see me with a Celsius?
Dude, I see you with the Celsius almost every time I come over here. We hang out.
Exactly. My parole. Alright. First question. What got you into the world of your style of wrestling?
Style of wrestling?
Your kickboxing.
No, you're fine.
Your martial arts.
I know. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. Nah, I know what you meant. What got me into it? Honestly, I'm a comic book and anime nerd, so like really Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece. Good God, yeah.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, especially My Hero Academia. But no. Back in the old days, dude, I'm talking about like going back to Dragon Ball Z. What kid didn't want to shoot a Ki Blast or a Kamehameha back then? What kid wasn't screaming at the top of their lungs trying to power up to become a Super Saiyan? Everybody. But that's kind of what got me into it. At the same time, I was bullied a lot as a kid because like I'm not that big of a person, even now. But especially back then, I was like one of the smaller kids, so I was always picked on. So yeah, that's how I got into it. Just anime and Marvel superheroes.
Nice. What was your favorite movie of all time?
My favorite movie of all time, dude. You have to give me a genre or something
Anytime.
like that, because we gotta narrow it down because there's a lot of great movies. Because my top 5.
Okay. Since I gave the last person top 5,
okay,
it's only fair since he's right there.
Well, okay, this is probably way out of left field. Forrest Gump, I'd put at 5. Forrest Gump, 100%. Let's see. What's so funny?
Nothing.
Good God.
Forrest Gump.
I would say Iron Man 1 at number 4. Because I mean, I'm not gonna say all the other ones go downhill from there, but I'm sorry, to this day, so Iron Man 1 is like still one of the best in terms of Marvel movie content. So as let's see, I said Iron Man 1, Black Panther. I would put at number 3. Let's see, what else? What's one I just saw? Yes, Barbie. I know that sounds weird. I know some yo, laugh at me if you want to. I actually watched the movie. I did enjoy it. I saw Barbie recently and I really did like that.
She fine as hell.
Oh my God, that's not the reason why. It's gender roles and masculinity versus femininity. Even though there shouldn't be a versus, it should be more of a balance because we need the two in this world. But like I like their ideologies of the masculine and the feminine and how they coincide with one another and how they work together. So yeah, I did like Barbie. Was that 4 now? Yeah, and then I'll probably say The Batman. That came out back in 2022, and Robert Pattinson's take on The Batman, absolutely loved it. Even though it was a long movie, longer than you would expect it to be. I saw it like maybe twice in the theaters and then one more time at home. It was that good of a movie. Also honorable mention, John Wick. All of them. Especially number 1 and number 2.
What is your favorite TV show? Top 5.
Top 5 TV show. Good God. You have the X-Men, the animated series. They just recently came back out on Disney Plus. with the X-Men 97 series. A whole lot of older fans that are like in my age group, probably like late 20s, early 30s, who've seen it when they were little kids. A lot of them didn't want to go ahead and watch, because it's not a reboot, it's a continuation. I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't like doing that. But I will tell you that they continued the series after their last season. I think it was like season 4, I believe it had ended off on. And they continued on with season 5. And after this season that had just ended with the 97 series, they're going to continue that, which is really good. But 97 is absolutely beautiful. It pays a good tribute to the older series. And it even, in some instances, not trumps it, but levels it up quite a bit, not just in terms of voice acting quality, but story and just the overall action in it. Just absolutely amazing. So the X-Men and X-Men 97 series, they're basically the same. What was it? The Continental. It's not a continuation, but it's a TV show that's on Peacock, the streaming service, where it's a story within the world of John Wick. I just love John Wick, period. So that would be, 2 now? Let's see, what's another one? I don't watch a whole lot of TV, to be honest with you, lately. I'm mainly on YouTube learning stuff, man.
Favorite YouTuber?
Huh?
Favorite YouTuber?
My favorite YouTuber?
And I don't count.
Huh?
And I don't count.
Well, dang, that sucks. Okay.
You're gonna say?
Well, I mean, you asked. But I mean, you said no. Oh, honorable mention Trevor Shelley. How about that? All right. I would say I do like. I'm really big into watching gaming, even though some people it says it doesn't make sense. Why would you watch a game about why would you watch a video about a person playing a game? It kind of makes sense because it's one community, right? Because it's like, oh, this person plays either the type of genre I like, or now I get to kind of connect with somebody else on the opposite side of the screen. Oh man, this is really awesome, because I can also get to a brand new game that way too. Mm-hmm. A whole lot of people wouldn't have known about certain games if somebody didn't put them on, i.e. a YouTuber. So specifically, you got PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, and you have Markiplier, especially Markiplier. Because when I first started watching YouTube, he was one of the main people who I watched. So every once in a while, I'll go back and I'll watch some Markiplier. I don't really have a one favorite YouTuber that I'm watching currently right now, like all the time, but those are some of the people.
Alright, we're gonna start this Trev Shock. 30 seconds to answer it. You know everybody don't go with 30 seconds to go more than. So, what is your favorite type of music?
Again, just so generic. No. Just what's your favorite type of music? Classic music, like.
It's whatever genre. Or?
No. I do like some classical music from time to time. I mean, I know that might sound weird for some people, but no, dude, like classical music, it's lit. Especially what is it? Amadeus Mozart. I do love him, and that's all I can think about right now. ADHD is a thing, kids. Don't get ADHD. Anyway, in terms of genre, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a favorite genre. I really don't. Like, if you, I don't know if you're on YouTube yourself lately and like you're studying something. A lot of lo-fi hip hop. I do love streaming videos like that. What's the YouTube channel called? Lo-Fi Girl. I do like listening and stuff like that. There's another YouTube channel that's similar to it called Steezy AF. Pretty sure you understand what that means. Let's see, what else? I do listen to a lot of Post Malone. My face. I listen to a lot of music. Honestly, it just depends on what sounds good to me. If it sounds good, I'll listen to it. I really don't care about the genre.
What is your favorite artist? Staying on that music topic.
Favorite artist. Man, that's tough.
You mentioned Post.
I know. But if we're talking about favorite artists of all time, I'd probably have to say definitely Michael Jackson. Definitely the king of pop. Honorable mention James Brown, because I'm young, but I have an old soul, so I'll still listen to some James Brown every once in a while.
Favorite song? We've already gone over genre, artist.
Yeah.
Finished off with
favorite song. Ooh. What is, matter of fact, I can do this. I know it might not seem professional, but it's like,
Go ahead.
why not? It's natural. Because if I can't think about it off the top of my head, because I have a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, another honorable mention: MF Doom. I love to listen to a lot of MF Doom, especially if I'm in the gym working out. It has such a diverse. Well, it's even though it's just hip hop and rap. There's a lot of songs that are very diverse. There's some that are more energetic, some that are more chill, which isn't bad at all. My favorite song I would probably say currently right now that I'm listening to on repeat is called After Dark by Mr. Kitty. Anybody who's like on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or any or social media period, they probably heard that song before. Especially listening to like a lot of motivational videos, that's most likely been in the background. You probably know what I'm talking about if you look it up. Again, After Dark by Mr. Kitty. You haven't asked me any questions about fights or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
asked
how
me
is
about
your
my favorite
fight-
fighter and all this other stuff.
All right. So back to the fighting one.
Mm.
Favorite fight you have seen so far?
Favorite fight I've seen so far? Well, I'll be honest with you, there isn't a whole lot of current fights that I've been looking at. I'll kind of look at more at older fights. And this isn't old. So going back to Israel Adesanya, one of my favorite fights of his is definitely him versus Kevin Gastelum. I understand like one of his most recent fights between him and I'm trying to remember his name. It is on the tip of my tongue. It's gonna come back to me. I need a second. But between him and Kevin Gastelum, can't remember if it was like 2021 or 2019, where typically Izzy's fights, he's able to pick people apart from a distance because like one, he's just good at reading and reading his opponents and seeing what they're going to do before they do it. At the same time, he's just very tall, very lanky, so he's able to keep people at the end of his punches and kicks. A lot of feinting and faking, which feints and fakes are totally two different things. They are not the same. A fake is when you act like you're going to throw something. Feinting is just pretending to throw. So like if you fake a shot and you throw something else. So if I pretend to throw a kick and I throw a punch, that'd be me faking the shot. But feinting is me acting like I'm going to do something I don't. Because I'm really just trying to gauge your reaction, which is what he does a lot. A whole lot of people just, especially in my gym, they'll throw stuff, but they'll throw fakes and feints and they don't really know what they're doing or what they're really looking for. You're essentially looking for a reaction to what you're doing, from your opponent to what you're doing. That way from there, okay, if I act like I'm going to throw a jab, oh, this is going to be open, okay, I can just hit you there. So you can pretty much predict or determine what they're going to throw, and then you can throw something in response to that. But anyway, going back to Kevin Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya, that's one of my favorite fights of his because like it was a total dog fight. Like a total dog fight. It was like blow for blow, like back to back. Like it was just absolutely amazing. Still to this day, it's one of my favorite fights of Izzy.
All right. You got any upcoming fights coming up? Yeah. People could come out and go see you if you wanted.
Well, there's an organization called IKF, where it's basically kickboxing. It's like point kickboxing. So it's semi-contact. It's really no knockouts are allowed because like I'm still very amateur in my profession right now. I'm trying to build up and work my way up to doing full contact and then going pro from right there. So right now, a couple of my coaches and I at my gym, we're talking about just taking it slow, taking our time, running the ropes and getting my skills down. So we've been doing a lot of those IKFs. But to answer your question, the next one should be coming up in July. I can't remember what the date was. It was the last fight I had. What was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Because last week was my birthday, so yeah, the week before that.
Yeah, so it was about 2 weeks ago. I didn't win, which sucks, but it's okay. It's not really about like just. I mean, yes, winning and losing. That of course everybody wants to win. Who doesn't want to win? But like, it's not how.
You saw it going.
No, it's definitely not how I saw it going because I was working hard in the gym, day in and day out. And I remember too, because there'd be times where you call me up and ask me, hey, what are you doing today? I'm like, dude, I'm at the gym. Like, I'm hitting hard. Exactly. I'm preparing for this fight because I want to make sure not only my cardio is on point, but at the same time my skills are on point. Because my first fight, the way I fought, and I can show you the video later if I hadn't showed you already. For my first fight, I haven't received footage from my last one. Where in my first one, I just blitzed the guy. I was just much faster. And I was able to slip punches, even some kicks too, and back up out the way. But the way I fight now, in terms of like skill and overall style, is totally different. It's more technical. It's less just let me just blitz him and hit him as fast and as hard as I can. Because anybody can do that and just get lucky. That can be anybody. But to actually be smart, be technical, look for things, look for openings and weaknesses in your opponent's overall style, and then pick them apart from there. Now that takes true skill from there to go ahead and do that. But yeah, it's going to be in July. It's going to be another IKF over in, I believe, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'll have to get the day and times for that. But at the end of my second fight, despite the fact that I had lost, what's funny is that I'm trying to remember his name. I'm forgetting a lot of names right now. This is terrible. Typically, I'm able to remember names. Johnny Davis, that was his name. Because he hosts the fights, and it's essentially his company now. He used to be a fighter himself. I believe his nickname in the ring was Sugarfoot, if I'm not mistaken, because he was really good at kicks. Anyway, he had brought me and my opponent up to the desk where they were calling out the fights and everything, because it was right in front of the ring. He called me and my opponent up just to go ahead and sit down and talk to him and say, hey, you guys look really good out there. You guys are very technical, which is a good compliment, because most of those fights in the IKF world, they're not everybody is super technical, right? It's literally just blitz, like literally kind of like, if you ever seen like a Dragon Ball Z fight, going back to anime, have you ever seen like a Dragon Ball Z fight where they're just going at it, they're just throwing kicks and punches all over the place? That's kind of how it looks. And then you don't see too many people looking, blocking, dodging, slipping, rolling, and doing a lot of defenses to see, okay, I blocked this, okay, I see a pattern. He's throwing jab, cross, rear kick every single time. Okay, jab, cross, there's the rear kick, move out the way, cross, jab, switch kick, or something like that to go ahead and return back. Anyway, long story short, they had congratulated us on our skills, and they're like, dude, we want to invite you guys to like this next one coming up. We want to see y'all fighting it. You don't really see that a whole lot. You don't see a whole lot of promoters telling people, hey, no, you're really good. Like, come do this next fight that's coming up. Like, we want to see you again. Which, even though I lost, it was like a good compliment to not only myself, but also my coaches in my gym as well. Because one of my coaches, Lunchbox, we were working a lot of stuff, especially angles. Everything we worked for the past month and a half showed up in that fight, and he said he was proud of me. And I was like, you know what? That's good. We did good here. We got congratulated. He was proud of me. Everybody, especially in our fights, because it wasn't just me who fought. It was a bunch of people from my gym who came and fought. And one of our guys, it was his first fight, and he did exceptionally well and won that. So, no, everybody did good in that fight.
Who was your mentor?
Who was my mentor?
For the final question.
You mean like in terms of fighting?
Yes.
Or, yeah, I would say it would be one of my best friends, Lunchbox, who's a coach up at my gym. It's between Lunchbox and our head coach, Ed Stahl, who owns the gym. He coaches whenever he can. But the main coach who's taken up the mantle of striking and just Muay Thai has been my buddy Lunchbox, and he does an amazing job ever since he took over there. Everybody's just looking phenomenal. Like, we're all looking good, and we mainly work together. Like, I'll come in, I'll do the classes and everything, and then literally as everybody else is leaving, we're still on the mat sparring and doing pad work and bag rounds and just talking, and he's just teaching me a whole lot of stuff of do this and do that, and he's just really helping me up my skill, and I really appreciate him for that. So I'd probably say my buddy Lunchbox.
Okay. Well, thank you for being on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
See you guys next time.